Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. This is Path of Resistance. I'm your host Brian. If you're new here to the channel, consider subscribing because we got plenty of videos coming out in the near future. Today's episode, we're going to be field stripping and cleaning the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0. Let's get to it. Alright guys, so this is the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0, and we're going to be doing a quick little field strip and cleaning lube on this bad boy. It's super easy to do. A lot of people might be intimidated by taking the gun apart. You may have some guns laying around that you've never taken apart for that simple reason, because you're just not too sure how to do it and you don't want to screw anything up. But this is going to be super easy and you can follow right along. Alright, so the first thing that we want to do is we want to make sure that there is no rounds in this thing. So we are going to unload the magazine and set that well aside. Pull this little guy out.
Oh, that little guy. I wouldn't worry about that little guy.
And as you can see, it is empty. Rack a couple times just to be sure. Nothing in there. Alright, let's start stripping this thing down. It's pretty simple to do. All you got to do is pull the slide to the back, lock it in place. This little takedown lever right here, you're going to rotate that down. Pull the trigger. And it comes right off. Now you're already halfway there. The only other thing we got left to do, we can set this guy over here, is pull out that extractor pin. I know that can kind of be scary. You might think that like it's going to fly out of there and stuff, but it's not. It's going to be pretty simple. So you're just going to want to put some pressure on it, lift upwards, pull it right out. Set that guy over there. Over there. The only thing left is to pull the barrel out, which is pretty simple too. You know, pull it forward, lift it up out of there. That is it. It is field stripped out and ready to clean. And as you can see from my fingers, this is actually the first time I've ever cleaned this gun. I've put probably about 400 rounds down it. I've never had any issues, never had any misfeeds, no jams or anything like that. But we're going to go ahead and clean it up a little bit. Alright, and so to do the job today, we're going to be using some Hopies? I don't know. We're going to be using some gun bore cleaner, and to lube it up, we're going to be using the High Performance Precision Oil for all the little friction areas that might have any moving parts and stuff. So I've got a little bit of brush here. We're going to brush out some spots. Let's see, we've got a ramming rod. We're getting the bore, or getting the barrel rather. Get it in there. And on this end, we can go ahead and put this guy on here. And with that end, we will use a cloth. And we're just going to slide it through here. Slide it through like that. Get it kind of puffy so it holds on there. Alright, so first things first. Let's go ahead and see how that's got a lot of carbon and stuff in there. We're going to go ahead and just give this a quick brush. Clean some of that off of the contact surfaces. This gun is still rather clean for having so many rounds through it. And the reason why we're cleaning the gun today, not because of any kind of misfeeds or any kind of malfunctions, but just like a warrior would sharpen his sword before battle, we've got to make sure that our tool is ready to go whenever we need it. So a good cleaning and lubing of these guns every now and again goes a long way. So with the spring, Actually, just rub that over there a little bit just to get kind of whatever's just laying on it kind of off. We're going to put some cleaner on that though. Same way with the slide. We just want to kind of go over it a little bit, get some of this gunk out of there. Like so. Easy enough. Easy enough. The barrel. Let's clean out this little feeding ray up here. We'll also be putting some cleaner on that guy. Pretty easy so far. Let me see. So it's the clean little towelette. We're gonna get some of this Hopes, whatever. Just kind of dip it in there a little bit. So we can start with the actual handle of it first. Just kind of go over, get some of that funk off. You can see how much funk is actually coming off of there. Let's see. Clean it like so. Oh my god, my damn rag done fell apart on me. Time for another one. Double up a little. This doesn't have to be like a super long drawn out process. Guns for the most part, they may seem kind of intimidating and complicated, but they are super simplistic. They wouldn't put thousands of them out for the same model if they weren't pretty easy to mess with. Let's see. Got that all cleaned off. Gonna switch over here a little bit. A little bit more of this Hopies on here. Ugh, it's probably a little much. So we'll move on into the slide action. Get some oil cleaner down in that guy. Pretty much any area that you would think that any contact or sliding across would occur from the gun action, and just kind of go over it and kind of get any kind of leftover carbon and stuff out of there. Might be able to use the other side of this for the barrel. So with the barrel, we're just going to go around on the outside of this guy, kind of clean it up a little bit. Nice. Let's get a little bit of that bore cleaner on there. We're going to run it down through the bore of the gun. She's still pretty clean. This gun is phenomenal, the way it performs. Alright, got that. Let's get a clean one on there. Couple of them. Feed it through just like a needle and sewn kit. Let's run it back through there, see if we can't get it to come out a little cleaner. Alright, so a lot of gunk and stuff in there. Even though the gun runs like flawless, we still want to go ahead and take the time to clean it up a little bit. So at this point, I'm going to get off the excess stuff. So to do that, I just got to be a clean microfiber towel. I'm just going to go over, get any excess goo off of there. Like I said, you don't got to spend all day doing this stuff. Just want to get kind of the buildup off of there so everything stays running good. see if I got a little fluid left on this and kind of clean off that spring a little bit. Get that funk out of there. Good, good, good. Go ahead and dry that off. Okay. Do the same thing with the slide action. I'm going to get all that extra goop that we used to clean it off out of there. Oh, hang on, knocking my camera around. Alright. Back side of this bad boy. See, it's still coming off of there with the cleaner and stuff, so. Oh, this gun's going to smell amazing. Oh. Already looking new, like $1,000,000 here. Alright, so with the barrel, I'm going to go ahead and get all that extra goop off the sides. That little groove in there. Easy enough. I'm going to add that barrel, put a nice shine to it. I don't know if you can see the rifling in this barrel, but it's actually a pretty nice little gun. Absolutely love this thing. Alright, now I would say that we are all clean at this point. So now we are going to move into doing a little bit of lubing. Alright, and to do the lubing, like I said, we are going to be using the High Performance Precision Oil. This stuff tends to come out really fast, so all you need to do is just dab you on just a little bit. Just a little drop there. A little drop there. I'm going to put a little bit right there. And a little bit right there. And we're just going to rub that in with our fingers. This stuff's pretty slick, so it doesn't need to be much. You don't need to goop it on. You'll probably only cause yourself issues if you goop it on.
I told you not to glob it on like that.
So we want to make sure that we get a little bit where anywhere the gun is going to touch the slide, and make sure that it has enough to kind of wiggle around on there and not get bound up. It's a real simple task. Alright, we'll set that there. Now with the slide, like I said, same principle. You just want to put a little bit wherever there's a friction point where it slides against it. You don't need to gob it on. Just a little drop here and a little drop there goes a long way. And you're just going to rub your finger along in there. Make sure it gets down in those grooves. Like so. Yeah, you may want to just put a little bit on the outside too. Kind of protect the finish on it. I'm going to wipe it down when we're done. So. Perfect. Alright, we'll set this guy to the side. Same thing with the barrel. We're just going to put a little dab on there. And we're going to rub it in. Alright. Let's close this guy. Alright, now for the reassembly. If you thought the breakdown was easy enough, then you shouldn't have any real problems with the reassembly of this gun. So we're going to go ahead and grab the slide. We're going to put our barrel in first. Kind of the same way that we took it out, kind of on that angle. Put it back into place right there. We're gonna take our spring and we're gonna set it in the front of the gun there, where it goes into that slide spot right there. Just put a little bit of pressure on it and press it down into place on the barrel. Easy enough. And we're going to slide it back on over. You can see it's channeled to where you'll know if you're not putting it on there right, because it won't go. We're going to put it to the back, lock the slide into place. We're going to put the lever back forward, and that's it. She is ready to go at that point. We'll go ahead and take our clean rag and just kind of give it a little quick wipe down. Give it a smell. Oh, she smells so good. All right. And that is an easy enough breakdown of the Bodyguard 2.0 and how quick you can actually clean it up and lube it up. And she is ready for business. You want to rack it back. Put in a safe direction. Safe direction. Just give it a couple fires for it to test the function. Alright. And that's it. That's how you do it. Now let's see how she functions. Alright, so now that we got this thing all cleaned, lubed up, ready to go, let's fire a couple shots through there to make sure she functions good and proper. I have no doubts. Every time, baby. Bodyguard 2.0 runs like butter.
Ed. She's like butter. Ed.
She is smooth. She is nice. A pleasure to shoot. And if you like this episode, hopefully I broke down the wall of the complexity of this gun. It's super easy to take care of, and it'll take care of you. If you like this episode, give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, because I got more episodes coming out. I'm going to be cleaning and lubing the P365 as well. I've also got a couple more ideas in the works. Hope to see you guys on the next one. Thank you.